Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. I'm going to be checking out an awesome PvZ game for you here today. So let's start by introducing the players. So down the bottom left side of the map, it is going to be Mr. HyuN. And let's look at his stats for a little bit. He's 26 years old from South Korea. Plays for Team Rocat, apparently. That's what the ROCC stands for. He was in Quantic Gaming till start of 2014, then he changed to Team Rocat. So very, very interesting stuff there. And he is, of course, playing Zerg and going for a hatch before pool. And it looks like Mr. Rain up the top right hand side of the map is going for a Nexus before Gateway, which is extremely aggressive expansion, but he's 21 years old from South Korea, plays for the SK Telecom T1 team. And yes, he's very aggressively expanding, which I suppose you can on this map, because you got this thing back there, and the map is so huge, you're not going to really have to worry about being attacked. And HyuN is going for an early third base as well, because why the hell not, really? Has he got a pool yet? No, he doesn't. But, I mean, it's basically you just go nuts on this map. It's no problem at all going nuts on this map. So both players are going to be doing it. And there we go, the spawning pool coming down straight away. And yeah, so it's expected to be a pretty long map, pretty long game on this map, since it's so big, since there's so many macro opportunities. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. Not much going on with me, I guess. I haven't been doing too much. I actually downloaded the Wolf Among Us yesterday, and I ended up playing the first 3 episodes in one day because it's such a good game. There only are 3 episodes out. The 4th one hasn't been released yet, and I wouldn't expect it to somewhere like June or something like that they'll be releasing it. But first 3 episodes, very, very good. I played it's not The Walking Dead, it's the zombie game by Telltale. I keep getting confused about all the names of the zombie games of the zombie TV series. Maybe it's called The Walking Dead. And yeah, so I played that ages ago, and it's really cool. And yeah, so now I'll play The Wolf Among Us and probably go back and play The Walking Dead once again, just to see what happens. I want to go through those games and be nice to everybody, but it's really, really hard to be nice to everybody. I was playing one part of the game, and I was talking to like the woodsman or something like that. I'm not going to spoil too much, but basically I was trying to be nice to him, and there was an option which said glass him, and I thought that meant buy him a drink. So I picked glass him, and it turns out that option, you pick up a glass and you smash it into his head. So I was being super nice, and then I just smashed him in the head with a glass, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. But the options are a bit ambiguous sometimes, so yes, unfortunately, he was not too happy about that. But anyway, let's try and get back into this game. Not a lot happening here. We got a Stargates, pumping out some Phoenix, so not going for super heavy harassment, just a little bit of harassment and a nice mute, whatever it is. I can't think of that word. I'm so bad at this. When you don't want somebody to do something and you get something out, it's like, yeah. It's like a muta something. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? So I don't need to say it anymore. I don't need to try and embarrass myself. Muta deterrent, that's the word. It's a muta deterrent a little bit. So we'll see if HyuN takes that deterrent and turns around and starts going for Roach Hydra. Which, I don't know. I just do not know. I mean, 1 Phoenix is not really enough to scare somebody, but actually maybe there's 2 Phoenix on the bouncer. 3 Phoenix so far. He's really pumping those guys out. And yes, Hydras definitely do a lot of damage to those guys. Oh, the Phoenix and the Lings just sort of flying by. Just, oh man, so beautiful. Here we go, another Phoenix coming down. The Queen is not gonna, they're not gonna go in. They're gonna wait until they get like 5 or 6 guys before they actually do anything. No spores here. No spores being built. I'm quite surprised at this. HyuN not building any spores at the moment. He knows there's Phoenix on the ground. He knows what's going on. His queens are going to be owned. There we go. He's finally building some spores all over the place. And I gotta say, better late than never, but still, he could lose a queen here because he left those spores so late. Here goes the other queen starting to do some damage, but I think this queen is going to go down. And then the other queen going to get lifted up, some backup coming. The spores are nearly up, but this queen might still get sniped. And there it goes. Oh no, didn't get sniped. Very little health left, but this other queen going to get sniped, and I don't think they're going to go for this one. It's just too close to the spores. Queen's running back, but it's going to get taken out, and that is going to be the third queen that has gone down. So I gotta say, I mean, HyuN, he could have got those guys, those spore callers out a little bit earlier. He chose not to, and he ended up, I wouldn't say he would have saved all three of those queens, but he definitely wouldn't have lost a total of 3 queens. If he had spore crawlers, he could have hidden back there and it would have been a little bit better off. So maybe would have just lost 1 or 2. But anyway, the Phoenix getting in there, doing a ton of damage, and HyuN going for a fast hive. Oh, what is he going for a fast hive? He's going for a weapon upgrade. So I just do not know. Could it be air? Could we be going for fast broodlords? That's an interesting play. I don't know if he's going for fast broodlords because I mean, he would have a ton of corruptors and Phoenix would basically be just shockingly bad. And I don't know if Rain is really pumped up for anything more. I mean, he would need to get Tempests out to start dealing with that shit. Tempests and Void Rays, which he is in a good position to do because he has 3 Stargates, so he just needs the Fleet Beacon. And suddenly he's in a very good position. But man, it's going to be interesting. I would say he might be going for Ultras, but I don't know. I mean, Ultras do have the advantage. They can't be lifted up by Phoenix, but I mean, with that many Stargates out, he can just pump out Void Rays and really start hurting the Ultras. So I don't know. I don't know what HyuN's plan is going to be. My guess would be Broodlords, but that is just a guess at this point. I have no idea what he's actually planning. Here we go. Phoenix coming in. Oh, starting to get owned. Starting to get owned. More Phoenix coming out. Oh, man. That's a massive amount of Phoenix. Do they have the range upgrade? I do not know, but so many Hydras are dying right here. Oh, the Spore Crawlers are having their way, though, and the Phoenix numbers are starting to go down a little bit, but man, Rain showing that he is not afraid to go absolutely ballistic. Oh, look at this. Workers, kill the workers. What are you doing, Rain? There's so many workers there you could be killing. Oh, he's sending the Zealots in. The Phoenix are above killing those workers, man. They just have the Zealots in there. Zealots to take care of the workers. The Phoenix have better things to do. Oh, the Hydras are starting to do some damage here, Rain. This is where you start to run, man. You cannot stay here any further. There's just too much damage. And the Zealots managing to take out that base. Very, very, very nice play. But Rain needs to be having something to deal with the Hydras. And he does right now. He's getting a Templar Archives. He's getting a Robotics Bay. He's... oh, the Overseers, man. Just flying around like they own the place, man. Oh, that's crazy. The Phoenix trying to take care of them. They will intercept this one. They're not going to be able to intercept the other one unless they somehow guess where it went. If they even realize there was one there. But who knows. Single hallucinated Phoenix coming out. A single Swarm Host coming out. What is that Swarm Host doing, man? Is that a case of a misplaced rally point? You moved instead of wonder if a Phoenix can lift up a Spore Crawler. That's interesting. We got another bunch of Zealots coming in here, doing a lot of damage to the hatchery. Should be able to take it down. I don't know. The Workers actually turning around, taking out the Zealots, and the Workers doing a fantastic job. I think the Zealots are a little bit torn between hitting one and hitting the other. And here we go. Phoenix coming in, taking out a bunch of Workers just for the hell of it. Let's have a look at those worker numbers. There are... oh, man. HyuN had so many workers. Massive amount. This macro on this map is stupendous. He must have been up to 80, but he's not up to 80 anymore. He's down to 69. And that's not going to be good. And here we go. The single Swarm Host back here. And no doubt Mr. Rain is going to be doing something about that sometime soon. But for now, I don't think he's really worried. This gateway can just tank that for the rest of the time. Here we go. A bunch of Hydras. Surprisingly, HyuN not building any more Swarm Host. He's got one And that's it. Here we go. The Phoenix lifting it up. Great job. Oh, running into the Hydras. Oh, 3 Phoenix going down, and Rain just not expecting that at all, but he is going to be dealing, but he's still waiting. And Storm is nearly there. 2 more Colossus nearly there. He doesn't quite have it, what he needs. And he almost moves the High Templar at them before realizing, hang on, I don't actually have Storm researched. So he's pushed these guys away a little bit. And now he's just waiting for the 2 more Colossus. He does have them. Storm just about finished. He's got it, and now he can start to really fight back, really start taking these guys out. Viper's yanking the Colossus out of position. Where are the Storms? We're not seeing them. Did HyuN snipe all of the High Templars? It looks like he very well may have. There's one out there, but it's just only come out. Vipers, I think the Vipers have gone down, maybe, and the remaining 2 Colossus just cleaning up this force. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So Rain managing to hold that off with the introduction of Colossus. But the question is, what happens when the Vipers really start getting out in numbers and HyuN just starts just knocking these Colossus away? I mean, he's got the High Templar, which is going to help. This guy's a little bit lost, but Rain feeling like he's in a good position. I'm not sure that he really is. He's 11 workers behind, which is fine. There is a ton of roaches, which is also fine because roaches aren't high tech. HyuN really needs other stuff other than roaches, although with Vipers, he pulls the Colossus into the roaches. Boom. Colossus are dead, so that's not good. What do we got for upgrades? 1 weapons versus 2-1. I gotta say, HyuN, man, what are you doing with your upgrades? That's just... He really needs to work on his upgrades, man. I mean, seriously, he really needs to work on his upgrades. Maybe he's just torn between what he wants to go at the moment, and that's why he's not putting the upgrades. But that's a mistake, man. You got to make your choice. You got to put the upgrades for it, because if you're running end game with a non-upgraded army, you are going to be screwed. Not completely screwed, but fairly screwed. He's going for double Spire, so I say he's finally decided on his choice, and he's going to be going for full air with the upgrades. And these guys are going to be enough to hold him off. Maybe. It depends. Rain building double Immortals, so he knows exactly what's coming, and he should be able to deal with it. Those double Immortals are going to be able to pack a punch. And here we go. Look at all these Spine Crawlers coming up. I think the Zealots are going to get in. Oh, they're going for the hatchery. Actually getting trapped here. Oh, by the Spine Crawlers, and Rain trying to get them in a good position. Trying to go to the workers instead. There's 2 more Spine Crawlers, and the Zealots just get absolutely annihilated. These roaches coming back, but cannons. And yes, the defensive plays for both players, very, very nice. But look at these guys coming in. We've got 2 more Evo Chambers, actually. Which is, so HyuN obviously realizing that his upgrades are not where they need to be. He moves in. Queen goes down. Oh! And the hatchery is so close to being destroyed. Now Rain is going to try and finish it up. Gets the hatchery down. Excellent, excellent job. And there is a fully mining base that is no longer fully mining. So that's a fairly big blow for Mr. HyuN. He's still mining off 3 bases. No, it's 2 bases actually, because the main's not really mining anyway. So he's mining off 2 bases against the 3 bases that Rain is now mining against. So very, very nice. And here comes the battle we've all been waiting for. Storms, beautiful storms. Rain really pushing it down. Where are the Viper numbers? I don't know if that actually helped, but the army is just in disarray right now. Rain is just pushed into the middle and shoved HyuN's army aside pretty much. And HyuN's like, screw this, I'm going for a base race. You can't stop me. And here we go, another base going down. And right now, I think that Rain is in a very, very good position. I don't know that HyuN is actually going to be able to do anything here. He's going to go for a base race, but he doesn't have a whole lot of forces out there. He's building a ton of mutas, but I mean, there's Stalkers coming out the wazoo, and there's a bunch of Phoenix as well. So half of the mutas actually getting destroyed before they can even get out of the base. So that's nasty. That's very, very nasty. And here we go. The mutas are going to be coming out. The workers moving over there as well. I don't know. They're going to start a new colony or something like that. These guys trying to destroy everything. These guys are destroying everything. Everything's starting to go down. More mutas coming out. And we're basically at a base race situation right here. So we'll see exactly how this goes. Spine Crawlers trying to land. They can potentially hold off This engagement right here, nothing's going to hold off this engagement though. These guys all going to go down. Meanwhile, this base is getting destroyed. The roaches and the hydras do a very, very good job of destroying buildings. And where are the backups for both players? I do not know. There's guys all over the place. These guys could produce another Nexus if they wanted to, but there's so many overlords off the map that have a hard time hiding it. And yeah, so far Mr. Rain is winning on the base race. He's destroying a lot more buildings a lot faster than HyuN is. HyuN is trying his best, but he's not destroying everything as fast as Mr. Rain is. But of course, HyuN is going to be building a hatchery over there, and he's building another one over there. So Rain is spread pretty thin. And unless Rain starts to build his own buildings in funky situations, he's got pylons everywhere. But no, he's actually given the GG right here. Obviously, his forces were getting low enough that he didn't feel like he could actually win against Rain as it was, because Rain just had too many forces and HyuN did not have that many forces. So, chose to give the GG. There's a very slim possibility he may have won that base race by luck, but I don't think it was going to happen. And obviously HyuN didn't either, so he did give the GG. And there we go, game over. Grats to Rain for winning that, and thank you very much for watching this game. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another one, and yeah, it's been awesome. So see you guys then. This has been Hairy Muppet, and I hope you enjoyed this game.